Hello, Sandra Posey, Woman Defender, and welcome to Preacher's Trainer Business and Ministry Network, Inc. And I'm Sandra Posey, Woman Defender, and I'm just want to encourage you as a wife today. If you're a wife, I'm telling you, the best in your life is yet ahead. And God has put you on the greatest team that you could ever be upon. And I like what Ecclesiastes says. In Ecclesiastes, it talks about the two of you being in agreement. When two of you are in agreement, it's just a three-fold cord cannot easily be broken. So as a wife, the most important thing that you could do is to be a great support to your husband. And I believe that you are, but be a good support to your husband. Just support your husband. A man needs support. He needs you to believe in him. And so that means that there are things that we will say, conversations that we have. What you need to understand is that your conversation and the words that you speak can be life and they can be death. And so a lot of times how we deal with each other is so hurtful because we never talk about what we see that's positive and what we believe that's positive. As a wife, we always talk about what you did. Well, you did this with your little bonehead. You're stupid. You don't know what you're doing. We always talk about what we don't like, and we don't listen. When you're dealing with a man, that man needs you to encourage him. He doesn't need you to tell him what he's not doing and how you feel about it in a negative way. And I think what we have to understand as a woman, as a wife, we need to zip our lip. If you can't be an encouragement, then you don't need to be a discouragement. You start shooting your husband down and just talking about him and saying all kind of stuff about him and going to work or going to other people and getting on that phone and talk about what he did and what he didn't do. And I know that there are times when you get frustrated, but talking about them to other people is not going to help your marriage because words are life. So you speak all that negativity out into the realm of the spirit, and all that stuff just hovers around you and it hovers around him, and he can feel both. You feel the tension, he feels the tension, and you just create a bigger issue. So as a wife, I've been married 34 years, going on 35 years, and I want to encourage you because I'll say I know how to support my husband. My husband says I'm a great supporter. And I think as women, we kind of, we get caught up in emotions, get caught up in frustrations, and caught up in what he's not doing. Well, I don't know who your husband is. I don't know anything about your husband. Maybe he's not doing things because maybe he doesn't know how to do things. Maybe he wasn't taught. You have to remember there's a lot of people that come from all kind of different background. And today, a lot of men, they didn't have fathers. It's unfortunate. It's true. They didn't have the training. Maybe their mother was young. Maybe there was a man in their life for them to teach, for them to be taught. And then the same thing could apply to you. So what you have to understand is you need to be a support with your mouth and with your head. What you believe in your heart needs to come out of your mouth. This is your husband. This is the man of your dreams. This is the man you said that you would love and you'd be married to him forever. So you need to take responsibility, just like I do, to just be an encouragement and just don't say anything what you see. Never say what you see. Just, tell your husband, honey, I believe in you and I believe you can do this, and just be an encouragement. And then the repetitive areas, the things that it's happening over and over, you need to pray. Or then maybe you need to sit down and gracefully talk about, well, maybe he's doing something he doesn't have the grace to do. And maybe you can do it better. A lot of women, now we don't talk about the men, but we are very small, very smart, and very intuitive. And, not to say our men aren't, but we can do a lot of things. So we need to make sure in your relationship that you guys have the right jobs. Maybe make sure that if he's doing something that's difficult, make sure if you can do it better, you guys talk about it. But as a woman, don't beat your husband down with your mouth. And I know he upsets you, and I know you get aggravated, but one thing my husband and I decided we would never do. We would never call each other's names, never put each other down, never, never, because there is a line that you never cross. There are things that you never say. You never allow yourself to say certain things, and you never allow words to begin to tear into the very fabric of the love and the passion that you have for each other. So Sandra Posey, woman defender, and I've been married 34 years, so I do know something about being married, and I can tell you my husband, he's happy. Praise God. Love you guys.